favorite Braun Strowman moment for me was him and Brock Lesnar. I remember the way he picked up Brock Lesnar and threw him like a doll, and then that main event match that they had. Although Braun Strowman lost that match, you saw the potential. It's a shame though to me that he didn't even. Was he a heavyweight champion at one point? I don't think so.
He won a Universal Championship in the Thunderdome.
Yes, but I would have loved to see him win that match against Brock Lesnar because in that match, the physicality, the dominance, of course, what Brock represents, but Braun Strowman, just a physical freak. And then the fatal four-way match between him, Roman Reigns, Brock Lesnar, and the other wrestler I forget, BR,
Samoa SummerSlam, Samoa Joe.
Samoa Joe. That was one heck of a match. Braun Strowman, the matches that he had with Roman Reigns. I mean, he just scares you. How the way he just yells, his body language. So I would say him versus Brock Lesnar. What's yours, BRF?
From a big man's perspective, I think two of the biggest missed opportunities WWE had was when Kane lost the mask in 2003, and a lot of Braun Strowman, because Braun Strowman was like 385 pounds of just freak of nature. Like he wasn't one of these big dudes that would just stumbling around in the ring and couldn't do anything. He was athletic. He could move. Like he could do it. And just they could have done so much more with him as like putting a title on him and just let him run through the entire roster. The thing about Braun Strowman though is because he had a propensity to either do these crazy spots where he would hurt somebody really, really bad, or he would throw people off of high stuff. And two spots that stick out in mind was the Money in the Bank match that he won, that him and Kevin Owens on the outside climbed up that ridiculously high ladder, and Braun Strowman just threw him off of the ladder right through two tables. Just like they threw him, and then they panned out, and you see the full fall for like you see Kevin Owens the full fall, and it was just one of the craziest things I've ever seen. And then the steel cage match with Shane McMahon, where they're both at the top of the cage. He throws Shane McMahon off of the steel cage to the outside through the announce table. And and Shane McMahon wins the match because of that. I'm like, bro, you didn't win squat. You just got thrown 20 feet through an announce table. So like Braun was just a different animal. And then like when he and you know stuff about to go down, like that whole Roman Reigns rivalry, you know stuff about to go down when he hits that I'm not finished with you. you know stuff you knew something about to happen. So but yeah, those are two of my favorite moments. The WrestleMania 30, the WrestleMania 36 that was originally supposed to be in Tampa, but they had to have it in the Thunderdome because of the COVID and all that stuff going around. Him winning the Universal title, I loved it. I loved that moment. Him winning his first championship in front of fans, like winning that Intercontinental Championship, beating who did he beat? He beat Shinsuke Nakamura for it. That was I enjoyed that. I enjoyed that too because it was like the company was putting trust in him, and I just still feel like they could have done more with him. He could have really been one of the greats, and he could have really been like a first ballot Hall of Famer had they treated him better. Because I feel like that crown jewel match with Brock, it really killed a lot of momentum, like because of how quick the match was. Even though he got offense in and he beat Brock. He beat the daylights out of Brock, but Brock beats him with one F5. And it kind of killed a lot of his momentum to where he was never really like fans really didn't want him after that. And even after he won the Universal title, fans weren't like up in arms that he won the Universal title like that. So I feel like Braun Strowman definitely was a big missed opportunity as far as pushing a monster to the stratosphere. Like we should be talking about Braun Strowman as a Hall of Famer right now, but we're not because in my opinion, he didn't win enough and he didn't really justify enough. So, but the Money in the Bank match where he threw Kevin Owens off the ladder, the Extreme Rules Steel Cage match where he threw Shane McMahon off the top of the cage. I love the Roman Reigns rivalry too. That was one of my favorite things because I was saying, champ, when he hit that "I'm not finished with you," poor Roman Reigns had to get it. Boy, I was like, oh god. But yeah, and him winning the Intercontinental and Universal Championships for me rank up there as some of my favorite moments as well. So, but yeah, we should be talking about Braun Strowman as a Hall of Famer, like straight up. But those are some of my favorite moments.
Well, unfortunate, man, especially with all the injuries that he had. So,
That too.
yeah, that is a shame though. But at his peak, I mean, he was scary. I would love to see a
Oh,
Kane. I would love to see a prime.
one more.
Go ahead, BRF.
Oh, no, I was gonna say one more real quick. WrestleMania 34, winning the Raw Tag Team Championship with Nicholas, the little kid,
That
bro.
was cool.
That was more funny than anything. But yeah, bro, yeah, like I said, like you said, yeah, prime Kane and prime Braun Strowman, boy, I would love to see that.
Yeah, that's all I was gonna say. Prime Kane versus Prime Braun Strowman. I would love to see that match because of how huge those dudes were, but how athletic they were as well. Or Undertaker, Prime Undertaker versus Braun Strowman. Big fella.
Look, when he first gets introduced by Bray Wyatt, that was a monster. This dude was it's like somebody just took some rock and some granite and just tossed it together. This dude was pure muscle. He had the potential in order to be Batista. He had the potential in order to be Kane. He had the potential in order to be Brock Lesnar. I hate that he didn't. I think that a lot of times they fumble on these big, huge guys that have potentials in order to be these monster heels, especially during the Vince days, and they make them into jokes. They make them into parodies of themselves. Like you saw it when the Great Khali, and then eventually, instead of being a monster heel that you had to get through in order to get to somebody, they made him into a joke. You saw it with Rusev. And you see it repeat the cycle over and over and over again. Even with Mark Henry at a certain point, you saw these big monster heels into jokes. And that's the one thing that you just like, wow. It's just like it's a pattern that Vince used to do. It's like they introduce these guys as big monster heels, but eventually they become a joke to a certain point. And you just ask yourself, like, what was the point of you bringing out this huge granite of rock, this specimen, this freak of nature, just to make him a joke? The thing I used to love about Braun Strowman is those feats of strength that he used to show. I never forget when Miz and I forget who else was in that damn van.
Miz and John Morrison.
In that damn van, laughing at Braun Strowman, and he started flipping that damn van. I'm laughing because I'm immature, but he started flipping that damn van over like so. Then I'm like, ain't no way he finna get that something good to flip over. It was like they flipped it right on over. Then when he faced Roman, I think it was Roman where he flipped that damn 18 wheeler down in the middle of. Those were feats of strength that it was amazing when you think about it. So I'll have to say when he was first introduced, the feats of strength, and I agree, BRF, they could have done so much more with Braun Strowman. Like I said, that guy has no funny business. This guy had the tools that the average man would die for. The height, the mass, the muscle, the look, the intimidation factor. He's the kind of guy when you look across the bar and you know a fight about to happen, you send him a bill to make sure he don't touch you.
Yep.
I'm just being real. Look, man, you know some stuff about to go down. You sit in the air, man. Send that dude over there a bill, man. Tell him it's on me. And then he tipped the bill. Ain't nobody gonna bother you after that. So that's just how I look at it, man. Those feats of strength was something else, especially from a man. That dude was, I think he was 6'10", over damn near 400 pounds. Damn. I mean,
but he wasn't the typical 400-pound dude. He was brolic.
he was
jacked.
Look, you hit him in the rear, you hit him with a body shot. If you were the boxer, you might break your hand. So
crazy, man. But shout out to our good guy Casual Reacts. Listen, man, go like and subscribe to his YouTube channel. Check out everything he's doing. Check out his podcast, man. If y'all looking for more basketball knowledge, basketball takes, please go follow Casual.